You're
child.
being a princess already with me.
All right.
Kotaru.
So, session 8. Who wants to give a recap of last fucking week?
I have no idea what happened.
Spirit party.
Nothing bad happened.
Oh yeah, my ex-girlfriend was there.
I'm emotionally stable.
It's not your ex-girlfriend, Kenzie.
My ex-girlfriend, sort of, maybe.
Your imaginary friend's ex-girlfriend?
Your imaginary friend's ex-girlfriend.
That's true.
Ah.
He was a pussy and was like, nah, I'm not dealing with this, good luck.
Yep. Yeah, he was.
He legit was like, nope, bye, good luck.
I threw a rock at Han.
We named the train Thomas.
I have no
We
regrets
did name the
about
train
that.
Thomas.
We come up with good names.
I actually think that was the highlight of the session for me.
Don't give me naming privileges.
My secret finally got blown after far too long.
It's only been... It was only 7 sessions.
Yeah, it was funny that you managed to keep it that
blown because he's an airbender.
Oh!
Yep. Yeah.
Surprised mine is still complete somehow.
Is
I
it?
also just like how
No one's
quickly,
asked.
how like your secret did not last a session.
Yep. Wait, no, I think I kept Firebender out of session 1.
No, session 0, maybe.
Yeah, I kept it out of session 0.
You kept it out of session 0, where we didn't roll anything, basically, so...
Yeah.
I was so close to getting away with my shitty Earthbender lie.
You were, and it would have been hilarious.
You were like...
If we didn't have an Earthbender in the party who needed instruction, you probably would have.
Alrighty. Oh, dear goodness. I do enjoy my Wednesday nights. So...
Is anyone a secret waterbender? Then we can complete the set.
Clearly that's
No,
clearly that's our fuzzy animal.
Ming-Hua is a waterbender.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Definitely a waterbender.
There's only one thing left to do. Secret tunnel!
Hold on a second. Who's posting it first? Is it going to be me or is it going to be Dan?
I had my hand off the mouse, so probably you.
What are we posting?
I'm trying to find that image of Momo earthbending.
Oh. Well, I already posted it,
I know.
so therefore you lose.
Well, I'm going to post this.
I'm going to post the other relevant one.
I posted the more relevant one for this session.
Oh, God.
Alrighty. So, after you guys have your conversation with Twee and La and Yune disappear, you guys make your way back to your campsite. Where I
bring up the stuff.
He's just been pretty chill.
Where I believe it was Hotaru and Han. No, who was it?
I was with them.
Everybody
Laura
kind
might
of
have been as well.
Yeah, everybody kind of ended up in a conversation at the end of last session, and I do.
Is Roll20 being stupid for everybody else, or just me?
Just you.
Just you.
Just
What the
you.
hell? That's weird.
And with that, I'm gonna say you guys get a good night's sleep and wake up with the sun the following morning to find the field and glade where you guys had camped out in almost eerily still. Compared to...
I forgot, we met the moon.
We did meet the moon.
You did.
Yep.
That's a thing that happened.
We got a quest.
From the moon.
From the moon. And the ocean, technically.
No ocean here. Rivers.
If you want to taste that water and tell me I'm lying to you, by all means.
I get seasick, no thank you.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do? Where are you going to head? Because as of right now, you guys are, I'm going to say, about here on the continent.
Where were the places we were aiming to get to?
So the place you guys were trying to get to was, I believe, 28. Yes.
Okay, and...
The village of Tuzin.
and... Sorry, go.
Nope. That's it. That's where
Okay.
you guys heard 2 reports of there being a potential not airbender, avatar sighting. One was up north in Makapu Village, which was number 16 on the map, which is where Boomy went. And the other was in Tuzin. And you guys decided to head to the east, which is number...
Okay, and did the Moon's quest didn't have a specific location, did it, that we know of yet?
The only location she really mentioned was the natural world.
Yeah, it was the fixed things, but like no specific, okay, this is the hot spot or anything. It's in general the world itself.
You guys didn't ask for a specific hotspot, and she did not provide one. Which you can interpret as one of...
for a location, and we didn't get anything useful out of that, is he?
Exactly, which means you should interpret that as it's widespread.
I was going to say, we should interpret that as everything is fucked.
Yeah, that's another way of saying what I just said.
I'm still not at the answer the call stage of the hero's journey here yet. I don't know about all you.
Look, I know the main thing that has happened is Rizik has to have admitted at this point to himself that yes, spirit nonsense is real. Seeing as how I decided to start him as skeptic.
Why would you do a silly thing like that?
Is your personality actually skeptic?
I don't. What was my personality? I didn't think skeptic was a personality.
Let me check and see.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is, and I'm trying to see where this is on this sheet.
First page. Also, for everybody,
Analytical was the personality.
Works perfectly for you.
And there isn't much evidence of spirits up till now for his life.
Yeah. I've also updated everybody's back issues. Enjoy. Anyway.
I have plenty of back issues without updating. Thank you very much.
You get more back issues.
The old man of the group.
You shall be
yes,
a back.
I am definitely the old man of this group.
Yep.
Fatherhood is a heavy burden to carry.
Yep.
Yes.
But he wears it so well.
If you want, we can remake your token so you have grays. Be salt and pepper.
I'm looking forward to finding out that, like, Meanwhile is actually, like, several hundred years old and is actually the oldest party member.
That would be really funny.
Gorilla goats are the most ancient.
Gorilla goats are actually technically immortal.
I bring the ancient wisdom of Punch.
Definitely not my friend. That's the
No
oldest
one's
person here.
lived longer than about 80 years because they inevitably get into a dumb fight before then.
My secret friend is definitely not the oldest thing here.
Yep.
No, it's totally the tank train. He's older than you.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
Thomas is older than
Stop
you.
lying to me.
I'm definitely older than you.
No! You're not! You're such a liar!
Everybody wakes up to hear Nara shouting at the tank train.
Rude!
Nora, why are you getting into a fight with Thomas?
I stomped my foot. It keeps saying it's older than me, and it's not!
I am too!
The train itself, the body of the train isn't, but I don't know where Thomas was found, so Thomas could be older than you.
What do you mean you don't know how old Thomas is?
Well, I built parts of this train, I didn't build all of it, and other people were the ones who, I guess, took Thomas and brought him here.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. Did they have what we now know to be Thomas ahead of time and they gave you specs for it?
They didn't originally, because that was one of the reasons why there's not like a fleet of these things. Is just the design has a lot of good parts to it, but like there's no firebender or even small group of firebenders that could provide enough energy to keep this going without exhausting themselves very quickly, and coal is not a strong enough power source in order for something like this heavy to move as this fast. we were making the alloys as light as we could while still making them armored enough that they actually would provide protection to troops, but anything that heavy wouldn't be able to move this quickly and not strain any engine or furnace we could give it.
So who? Wait, I'm confused.
Can I get the name, Izzy, of whoever was in charge of the division that would have found Thomas and brought it in?
Yeah.
The division or the effective military person who runs the science division as part of their wing? Or would you like both?
Probably both.
Okay. Let me pull up my list.
Because I knew that I was trying to mesh backstories with other people without being able to consult fully on things, so I did not name any of the NPCs in my backstory.
Very smart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Sean, I'm just going to give these to you privately just so you have a...
Record of them.
Yeah. So...
Now we wait as Izzy types.
Indeed.
I mean, you can share the information you have right now.
Yeah, so the head of the project was Director Kresh. I'm not 100% sure if this was how he found out or was able to get someone who found out about Thomas. I kind of always thought that, like, the more esoteric divisions and researchers were kind of just always going to be chasing dead ends and a little not all there. And then the person in charge, the military commander, was General Sekam, and I know they try to push for results all the time, but I didn't think any of them would, I don't know, I don't know how any of them would have been able to do something like any of the things I've seen with the spirits these past few days. I guess, Thomas, would you be able to shed a little bit more light on what happened?
Thomas is just going to say, no, the bad men are really bad and scary.
Can we hear Thomas?
Rizik and where did you guys sleep?
I was probably not sleeping that far from the engine room.
Let's make sure I'm not breaking shit.
Yeah, Nara and Rizik can definitely hear this response. The rest of you is questionable as of right now.
Yeah, I'm going to figure out how to install speakers that are hooked up to Thomas.
Like,
It's
if we
a
were
work in
close
progress.
enough, could we hear it, or is this like only you two currently can?
Where are you guys while you are having this conversation? Are you already on the road? Where are you? Or are you doing this while you're still at your campsite?
I think campsite,
Then
I believe we were woken up by Nara getting into an argument with Thomas.
Then only Rizik and
Not
Nara
a quiet little person.
Then only Nara and Rizik can hear this.
And it's not helped by Mingwa's snoring, drowning it out.
Surprised you slept through my little temper tantrum.
Yeah, well, I hugged. Let's roll a die. Let's see who it comes up at.
Nanny occasionally needs a break.
That's true.
Hotaru was the teddy bear tonight, actually.
Alright then.
I needed hugs.
Mm-hmm.
It was even Hotaru, odds on.
Hotaru, were you awake, or are you still snuggled peaceably with Mingwa?
I'm snuggled peaceably.
Okay, so you're not hearing any of this conversation. Cool. Okay, that got silent real quick.
Sorry. I guess the other thing would be, Thomas, I know this is probably hard for you, but do you have any idea where they took you from?
Thomas just gonna be like, they pulled me out of the ocean. I just wanted to stay snug down there, but they found me and they pulled me out, and I want to go back someday.
Fucking ocean? What?
This is probably in character of Rizik not knowing exactly how to respond to that.
What? Where were you in the ocean?
I'm going to assume that Rizik or Nara is telling Yura.
Yeah, we can translate.
Translation!
Yeah, no, Thomas is going to respond. Deep. Close to the center, where it's warm.
What?
Okay, that at least narrows down approximately nothing given it's the Fire Nation.
What would they have found down
How would-
there?
What do I roll to know what the level of submersibles the Fire Nation should have?
The fucking Fire Nation has, like, subs, apparently, that can go, like, toward the bottom of the goddamn ocean. What?
I'm gonna say inventions plus technology.
Okay.
Crap, those are really good for you.
Yeah, but watch. I
wait,
don't
is
think
it
I get to
general?
apply my principles to this because this is what do I remember, and
Is it
we
before-
all know how the dice hate me.
Yeah, hold on.
Before he rolled this, Yura's going to list off relevant historical sites or features that may be relevant to boost him.
Please do.
6.
Take a plus
That's
2.
pretty good.
Take a plus 2. Rizik.
4.
Damn it.
Still
Or-
something
Look
of
at
a
those
success.
3d10s.
So
Oh wait, I did the wrong die there. Technology is also d10, so it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But I
Where are
actually
you getting 4?
because you got a
It's
plus.
Plus two.
I
low,
was like,
mid,
I'm
high.
dumb.
Yep. So
Yeah, my principles don't apply here.
so Rizik, thinking about it, water technology is kind of shied away from. Like, there are no, like, real submarines or submersibles or anything like that. Like, the battleships that the Fire Nation has as part of the Navy are kind of state-of-the-art. But there's no one that really wants to go under the water because, you know, water puts out fire.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people have talked about it as, like, maybe a way of breaching into the Northern Water Tribe, but nothing's really come out about it. And it's actually a proven fact that even your fastest battleships, you know, with, you know, tons of engine power, cannot outmaneuver or outspeed most waterbending kayaks, if there is even a slightly skilled waterbender in there.
Yeah. So
Maybe they found
There's-
a cavern or something to get them way down. This is weird.
Or
Yeah,
maybe they've captured a waterbender.
But if they captured a waterbender, going that deep down with a waterbender would be the thing of, like, that's... Why wouldn't the waterbender just then escape at that point?
Maybe a waterbender that defected? I don't know.
There are a surprising number of people who did join the Fire Nation, despite everything.
Mm-hmm.
Though,
I'm a
depending
child.
on what it is, it's possible they may have gotten down not through the water, but through magma, like going through volcanoes.
True.
I just want to stay warm by the center.
That says magma more than, like, water to me.
Mm-hmm. What color was the place you lived in?
Dark.
That's
It was very dark.
Was there anyone else that you lived with or knew?
No, it was just me. Ever since I hatched.
What did you do as a spirit?
I told you I'm not a spirit, I'm a person. My name is now Thomas.
Are we really invoking Phantom Menace right now?
Shit, did I?
For people too.
Yes, you did.
You did.
We are?
Note to self, Thomas's personality is now little Annie.
Please don't.
Sand.
You know what you did.
I'm gonna say at this point, Minghua, you managed to wake up, and Totaru, you are probably up as well.
I guess if we ever run into the ocean spirit, we could ask them, which I didn't think was ever going to be a possibility, but we then did meet the moon yesterday.
True.
I guess we may need to ask the experimental weapons division more.
Those people are mean. Except for you, you're nice. You gave me new feet.
Thanks.
Yeah, the wheels on the front of the train are going to spin in place. That might actually break your science brain as to how the momentum is not taking it forward. But they are spinning in place.
Yeah, no, this is... This and meeting the moon and the moon's guardian and everything like that is, I think, a little bit of, okay, Rizik is going to be sitting down for a bit, trying to think about all this, because he's trying to go of like, okay, how do we help Thomas? How did Thomas end up here? And it's just like, okay, Thomas was at an underwater volcano. How the fuck would they have gotten him? Okay.
Or
I
just
guess
a straight up volcano. Or just a straight up volcano.
Well, he said it was darkened in the ocean, didn't he?
He said it was dark.
I thought he said it was in the ocean.
He did claim ocean.
Oh,
Dark, really deep, and warm.
Dark, deep, and warm, yes. No awareness check needed for this. You guys are going to hear from off in the distance.
What was that?
Hold on.
Like a shot, like a arrow being fired or something?
Sounds like something.
Is it time for roll perception?
It is time for roll perception for more details, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not
Can
going to bother.
Can I boost someone by giving them binoculars?
Yes,
Yeah,
you may boost.
I will boost
insight for
someone by
this?
literally just lifting them onto my shoulders for a better view.
Sure.
Do we want to do 2 people boost 1 person, 2 people boost a different person, and then that person rolls?
That seems legit. I will boost. I guess
I'm gonna
it's the
try to.
rollers.
I'm gonna try to spot something.
I will boost.
I'll try to spot, I guess.
I was going with I would just use the max die because it's not like this needs to stick around for that long, but I guess they're the exact same number, so the binoculars I'm handing someone are persistent.
They're persistent until you guys
Can I
choose
use-
wisdom.
Can I use cry for help for this?
The hell's cry for help? I need to pull up your sheet again. Oh, did you post? You haven't changed a personal zone. You can just do a boost action.
Okay.
Intuition plus creativity.
Yeah, Mingwall just lifts whoever got handed the binoculars.
Okay, so who's boosting who is the question. It sounds like since Mingwa's lifting person with binoculars, Rizik and Mingwa are boosting one person, and Han and Nara are boosting the other.
I guess I'll be lifted by Minghua, so...
Cool.
And I will join team, try and figure out what's going on over here.
Okay, so let's...
Yeah, I'll
You
probably
have
be
a
giving the
+3.
binoculars to Yera.
Oh, okay, so Yira gets a +2 from
Yira.
Rizik. Minghua gives a +1 to Yira. Nara gives a +1. And Han gives a +2. So
it sounds like
you're both at
has a +3.
You're both at +3, yeah.
Okay.
Izzy, I'm going to use my new principle instead of my old principle on this one because I can.
I have a +1 saved up. I'm going to burn it.
Okay.
I'm used to going around and trying to find things that have made weird things in my travels.
Okay, that brings me to 8.
That brings me to 9.
Okay, same threshold for both of you. So this wasn't
good eyesight on them.
Yeah, this wasn't super complicated. Yura, you were being held up by Minghua and looking out over binoculars. Hotaru, between Han and Nara, like pulling your attention in two different directions, you kind of land in the center, and that's exactly where you need to see. The sound you guys heard is actually from a small village slightly to the north of you guys at the base of a mountain. And the initial sound, while first sounding kind of like a weapon, you very quickly realized from the follow-up, because you see a few more sounds in here, that they're lighting off some kind of fireworks as the sun is, cresting up over the horizon. So you can kind of see like a bright flash that's very quickly being blurred out by the light of the sun.
It's not a normal time to launch fireworks.
Should we check that out?
What direction is it in, Izzy?
Close to the base of the mountains north, so like
a little bit out of the way.
I'd say you mean where we just came from, going away from the experimental weapons division?
It's so the experimental weapons division was up here. 5. This is like over. I can't even make the ping small enough. Let me drag.
Draw an X on the map.
Yeah. I will draw a small X. That little dot.
Okay.
So, not that... A little back in that direction, but not by much, and not that out of the way of the direction we would have to be going.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, the fact that you could hear this and see this denotes that it's not that far, and it's mostly, flat area up until you start getting towards the mountainy areas. You can't quite see exactly what caused that, but, again, because it's hidden by mountain cliffs. But it's close enough where, like, now that you're paying attention to it, you can, see straight to where it came from.
Mm-hmm. Seems worth checking out, if nothing else.
Minghua nods and yawns beneath you.
Okay.
Fuck me!
I'm okay. Alright, so you guys are going to head to Little Speck on map? Yeah, okay. This isn't going to take you guys long. It'll only be like an hour or two out of your way.
Yeah.
Now, here's the actual important question. As you guys approach, what are you doing?
Quickly... Did we actually get, like, any Earth Kingdom, like, banners or whatever to cover, like, areas where Fire Nation once had been scraped off?
Absolutely not. What you would have
gotten... that would have been something smart to do.
What you would have gotten would be Frankto's company logos.
Good enough.
Okay, so, Han, you know this. You know what these banners look like. And Frankto always stashes extras whenever there's something that's going in his name. As you guys start unfurling these things, it's just a giant face of Francto smiling, and there are just coins like coming out of his ears.
That's horrifying.
I see they made the logo even gaudier while I was gone.
Yeah! Like, you actually look at it, you're like, shit, those aren't painted on coins this time. You go over and start scratching, and you actually have, like, a bunch of gold coins.
Thanks, I hate it.
No.
Alright. Are you covering the entire trade in banners?
Pretty much, yeah. Better it looks like a fucking gaudy Francto monstrosity than Fire Nation.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Because even if we're going towards Fire Nation people and they see it as a Fire Nation thing, that also isn't going to help our case because it's stolen and known to be stolen.
In before we're about to meet the rebel army.
Yeah.
So on the way up, depending on the level of vegetation, Mingwa is alternating between hanging out on top of the front of the tank train, or just like swinging along beside in the trees.
Okay, I mean there are trees mostly like along a row getting towards the mountains. It's sparse, but it's enough where you can swing for a bit. But then, like as you are approaching your final destination, you are going to need to hop back onto the train.
Yep, that's about what I expected.
And as you guys approach, getting a little bit closer and closer, the road kind of like dips down, and where the mountains meet, there's going to be like an immediate valley that kind of goes down before starting to snake its way back up and becoming the cliffs that you see. And as you approach, because you're looking down into this valley, you see what looks like a small settlement. And there are a couple of things about this settlement that are a little weird. The first thing to note is it looks like everybody, and I mean everybody, is out and about in the town square. Like there's some kind of festival going on. There are stands, it looks like there are games, and it looks like there are more fireworks for some point in the near to distant future that are getting prepped and primed. All that seems pretty natural until you start looking at the occupants of the city. A good chunk of them are dressed in normal Earth Kingdom clothing, what you would see in normal farmer attire. However, there are a few that are wearing Fire Nation uniforms. But without their armor, like no chest plate, no helmet, just kind of like spiffy first class uniform. And everyone here is freely mingling together. Like it doesn't seem like there's any kind of apprehension or anything. I would like a roll from, honestly, anybody if you would like some insight.
Yes.
I can do that.
All right, let's see. Yira, I would like for you to roll me your
deduction and job skill.
Yes. Han, you can also get job skill and presence.
I'm taking
for this.
Would anybody else like to make a roll here?
I definitely would, and I'm definitely using my background.
You're definitely getting your background for this, and you're getting I forget if you.
I got Bobcast for attempting to gauge the.
Am I allowed to say that the Fire Nation applies to Principle of Fire?
I will allow it.
I got a 10.
Okay, hold on.
I got an 8.
10, 8. What did Mingwa get?
3.
3.
Can I apply
the crowd?
Izzy, can I apply principle of self-preservation here?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I got an 8 then.
Okay, so Mingwa, Fire Nation means bad.
Wow.
That's
excellent.
That's all you get.
Everybody's already taking over.
Everybody.
Amazing storytelling.
Amazing. I did not know this whatsoever.
Who would have guessed it?
Fire Nation bad.
Fire Nation bad.
In an Avatar: The Last Airbender game that takes place 100 years before the story? No.
Yeah. Who would have guessed?
We were 80 years before the story, but...
So, Han, Yira, and Hotaru. Han, Hotaru, Yira in this order. Han. Looking at these people, you can tell when people are, putting on fake smiles or whatnot, normally through like a business deal, they're trying to get ahead. Normally the telling point is if you pay attention to like younger folks, because kids don't know how to keep their mouth shut. And like when somebody turns away, like if you had a bad business deal and then you turned away, if you could see the person's face behind you, if they sneered or something, like often means they don't like you. Not the case here. The Fire Nation people in their uniforms are freely mingling with the Earth Kingdom farmers. The kids are actually coming up and being playful towards them. And it seems like shopkeepers are tossing them, a few extra things, and they are paying a fair wage for it. Heck, it even looks like from this point they might be paying, a little bit extra.
I guess with the familiarity, maybe they've been here for a while.
Hotaru, with your awareness and your background skill, the way both the Fire Nation and the Earth Kingdom individuals are acting, it's what you hear stories of, like how families should kind of work. Like you're the people you knew in the Fire Nation who were, firebenders, their families seemed to be a very close-knit unit. Your mother told you stories about, how Earth Kingdom families were strong and sturdy and structured, but they were that collective unit. And as you watch these crowds move together, you're actually noticing a surprising number of interlocked fingers between, say, a Fire Nation, a girl dressed in Fire Nation garb and a Earth Kingdom boy, or vice versa, with, a kid trailing behind them.
Oh shit, they're intermingling.
Yira, you get the same thing, but what is immediately drawn to your attention are the flags that are outside of the city proper. So they're obviously, there's two main flags flying. There's the banner for the Earth Kingdom kind of like draped over the gates of the city as is proper, and then on the two stands that hold up that banner, you have Fire Nation flags. And then along the front gate, what caught your eye are a bunch of pennants. And it is the symbol of a bunch of eel hounds standing in front of a volcano. You would know this to be the 5th Division, which had a attack some years back on the Southern Earth Kingdom and then were never heard from again. They were presumed to be lost.
Huh. Probably talk more to the group for that of like, I guess, just from looks of it, these are deserters who decide that they would rather not embark on conquest, but
Look how
I'm not certain.
Look how happy they are.
This is a wax plotline.
I wish I wasn't so tired today. Like, look, there's no hate there. They're just living together.
Is that weird?
Very.
It's what.
Why? They're just people.
The Fire Nation doesn't think like that. They don't act like that. This is...
Would I know that as an 8-year-old? Would I have picked up on that? Like, my village wasn't really affected by Fire Nation all that much, was it?
Whaletail Island was mostly neutral because it was a trading port. So yeah, no, people got along pretty well on Whaletail Island.
Okay, so I would be pretty oblivious to this then.
Yes, you would.
Cool. So yeah, this
No,
seems normal to
you're
me.
just saying
People just wearing different color clothes are just kind of, I saw people trading, so who cares?
This is what a lot of us wanted and thought that was going to happen.
So you want to live here?
This is what I wish everything was like.
It's not.
I shake my head sadly. No, most of the Fire Nation would never let something like this happen.
Why though? That's stupid. If you like somebody, you should be able to like them.
Fire Nation thinks they're better than the other nations.
Are they?
I don't know.
And Mingwa is empathetically shaking his head at that question.
I just know that there's a lot of... My mom taught me a lot of beautiful things about the Earth Kingdom that the Fire Nation would destroy if they had the chance.
Kira is very silent on this issue.
Hey, but you're...
Same with Rizik.
But you're... Wait, your mom's an You're an Earth Kingdom person?
She was.
Then your dad must be too.
Not exactly, no.
So you grew up somewhere like here?
I wish.
Oh.
No, my home was more subjugated than this. Not that I got to see it much.
So, are we staying here then?
I kind of look at Yira, like, with a pleading look in my eye of, like, can we at least look around?
We can look around for a bit, but there's bigger things we need to go do. Let's go take a look. Kira is going to go back to, like, I am definitely an Earth Kingdom person garb for this.
Oh, do you have other clothes?
Remember, I was in disguise as an Earth Kingdom noble at the beginning.
So
I bought nice Earth Kingdom clothing earlier, so...
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm still in my dirty Earth Kingdom clothing, I think. Unless somebody bought me other clothes.
I'm pretty
would probably
sure...
have forced at least had some decent clothes on you before
I'm
we
pretty
left.
Dad!
Han being a good father.
Frankto probably forced garish clothes on all of you.
That's a good point, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, my
Wearing some
outfit...
swanky-ass clothes.
I probably got some new nice clothes that were immediately ruined when we left the city, and it's just like, shoot, let me start making modifications and changes and building stuff, and now everything is covered in grease.
I was going to say...
Immediately covered in oil and grease.
Yeah, you have a grease-covered poofy shirt with Frankto's face on it.
I will say a whole bunch of the Frankto branded clothing has been strategically shredded by, oops, Mingwa is just so clumsy.
I know, terrible.
It's not he bulked out of it.
I
think
like,
it's...
I targeted the clothes that you guys were wearing. I was just like, no.
No, I'm just imagining Minghua trying to fit into a button-up shirt and then flexing just because.
Yeah, I was thinking this is Meanwhile specifically rips off the Frankto logo or face every single time, and only that.
That, exactly.
You don't like Grandpa Frankto?
I grab one of the only remaining intact ones and blow my nose in it.
Aw, but Grandpa, he was so nice. He made Dad so uncomfortable.
And that's...
Okay, I make a face like, fair enough, you had a point.
Reason enough to like Frankto. Antagonize Dad.
It's my brand.
It's on brand for you, yes. So, are you guys going to be going into town together, or are you going to split up a bit?
Well, I know that as soon as possible, I'm going to abscond with Nora and go investigate fireworks.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so...
Because that's happening.
Fireworks, baby! Let's go blow shit up!
Kaboom,
I'm
kaboom.
inquisitive and you're a gremlin child. This was inevitable.
Woo!
Do you see this? This is my surprised face.
I just want to go and meet people.
Mm-hmm.
Just be there.
Okay,
Well, maybe you'll find another lava bender.
Actually, I can just reveal this whole map. For the most part. Kindly drag yourselves towards the center area. Where the bridge is, right? Yeah.
Izzy, can you
Right
ping
here?
it, move up to that area? Ah. Thank you.
And I will resize you guys. Boop.
Hi, Loki.
Boop.
Is Loki being good boy?
Loki's being a stink boy. Loki needs bath.
Oh no, he need bath?
Who's stinky? You stinky?
We're missing Han. Where's Han?
Han is
Running away from his responsibilities, apparently.
obviously.
He spent his good fat father point today.
That's right, he clothed me appropriately. That's the good father point. Hey, stinky boy. Did you go in the pool? Why?
Because he loves the pool.
Ugh, God, I can't wait for
He's
the
marking
fucking
his
pool
territory.
to be closed. No.
Take bath! No longer stink!
No. I
He's
know.
trying. That's why he went to the pool.
good.
Good boy. Yes, thank you, kisses. Oh, yes. I know. Loki's been a little, like, annoyed, I think, that Baby has been home the past couple days.
Are they still not getting along together?
It's gotten much better. Loki does not run away immediately if Griffin tries to touch him.
That is technically better.
It's better. I will take it.
Yep.
Wait, do I want to go up this mountain?
Are you going up a mountain?
I don't have any not any douchebaggy looking Fire Nation people.
They don't exist in series.
Shit.
You need that dude that Azula was hitting on in that one episode.
This
I mean, I was going to just suggest, like, finding Pyondao sprites and dropping a few of those around.
this fucker.
Is that Fire Nation Man?
That's Fire Nation Man.
Fucking love it.
8 watts.
Where is he?
This is the dude without his shirt on.
Oh, this guy.
Greatest country in the world.
They just all have such douchey.
Fire Nation Man.
They all have such douchey looking faces.
They
Oh,
do.
the wrestlers.
There's got to be some background extra from the beach episode that doesn't look terrible.
Yeah, but they just look like normal people because they weren't wearing Fire Nation clothes.
All
I feel
of
like
them.
that's probably
What
fine.
about some of the
maybe?
kids from like the episodes where Aang was in Fire Nation school?
Okay, you know what? Screw it.
Yeah, I feel like the Fire Nation school episode, or the Fire Nation village that had the horrible polluting thing that they help.
Again,
I feel like there should be non-douchey pictures from those
Yeah,
people.
it's either the Footloose episode or the Captain Planet episode.
Yeah.
Thank
we
you
know
for
what's
those
up.
memories.
I mean,
Yeah, it's what they were.
You're not wrong.
So Han, you're just floating over on the side of the bridge to come into town.
you can't tell me what to do.
I can't.
I mean, he's the only one of us who can probably
If he's
fly.
my dad, why am I not an airbender? Shouldn't I be an airbender if he's my dad?
Genetics sometimes mess you up, man.
Would you like to resolve this conversation before you enter the town proper?
No, I'll bring that up later when he
I
does
don't know if we
airbending
can.
again.
I don't know if we can do that square. I don't think Punnett squares work when I'm literally not your father.
How dare you? You are so my father.
Sure.
I'm taking control of
Barely.
Mingwa just long enough to smack you upside the head upon saying that.
Out of character, Han doesn't know what a fucking Punnett square is.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not sure if even Rizzik knows what a pundit square is, because I'm not sure that is something people know in setting.
You would know that.
Okay.
You would know that.
I
So you're
don't
a
know what the
party
level
mate.
of biology we have in setting.
All right.
I mean, those were discovered a long-ass time ago.
Yeah, so...
Yes, but were they discovered in Avatar?
Avatar has a lot of schizotech.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well,
Even
yes.
more so in this game.
Yep.
Okay,
So-
it's a little more recent than I thought.
So the gates here, or what you're walking through, is what has the Earth Kingdom symbol with the Fire Nation pendants, seen via this red marker right here.
All right.
And the green is where the Earth Kingdom is, and it just seems like... It seems like a very pleasant place. Everybody is very active. All these little stalls that are set up, some have food, others have games, or knock over the milk cans kind of thing. It's some it's like a small little
Games.
festival going on. So what do you guys want to do? Where do you want to go? And what's going on?
Fireworks.
Probably just walk around and observe the festival.
Okay, how are you guys breaking up? Please split yourselves as to how you're doing this.
That sounds like Team Origin Fire Nation sticking together and just observing things.
Fair.
Probably.
I wanna look at
I am
all the
looking around
stalls.
with the intent of talking to people and seeing what is going on.
I'm staying in Minghua's eyesight, but boy am I, like, fucking running at everything. Like,
Yep.
I am checking all of the stalls, everything.
There are a couple people that are giving you, like, a questionable look because, there's a frickin' gorilla goat walking around.
Yes.
If I notice that, I will, gently take her hand and make Nora stay with me for, half a block, and then she'll go straight back to running around.
Fair.
Yes.
Checks out.
I have 0 awareness, so probably I won't notice that. Until Minghua, grabs me and, forces me to stay with them for a while.
Continues to check out.
Okay, so, I'm going to, break you guys up based off of what you're doing. So it sounds like Minghua and Nora are going by stands and whatnot. Yeah, Nara, there's a bunch of games here. They've got, the frog pond game where, you have to, use a hammer to hit a frog and it has to land on, a lily pod that's floating around in a little pool.
Yes.
They have, knock the bottles over. They have, get the ball to stay in the basket, and the baskets are, tilted forward.
Mm-hmm.
All those kinds of fun games. And it looks like they also have little prizes.
Ooh.
If you wish for it.
I would like to play one of the games, the Tilty Ball game.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to at least one of these as well.
You're also playing this?
Oh, hell yes!
Of course.
Okay, Nara, I'm going to please ask you to roll me a agility, and I'll give you prankster.
Ability.
Minghua, for you.
Green.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Very run-of-the-mill.
Sure. I will allow those, Minghua.
Bah.
Aw.
It looks for a second like it might do a thing, and then it fails, and I am sad.
Yeah.
Rip.
All
Does
right.
mine go in?
555. Okay, so Nara, what you end up doing is you get the little ball to knock over the cans, and you throw it so hard, all the cans go scattering everywhere, and then the ball bounces off the back of the cart and ricochets forward and smacks the guy running the stall in the back of the head, and then he topples.
Does he pass out?
Nice.
Does he pass out? Yes, he does.
Okay, this is
Oh my
where
god, we're taking the best toy. Whichever is the biggest toy, we're taking it.
You want the stuffed goat gorilla?
Yes!
Okay, yeah, I'll let you grab that.
It is not actual goat gorilla sized.
I'm still
I would
taking
hope
it.
not.
It's Nara sized.
Yaw.
Minghua, what you got a 3?
That's just a fail.
Okay.
Rip.
Yeah, no, you take the hammer and you smash down on one of those frogs trying to get into a lily pod, and you just launch the frog. And everybody's just looking at you like, what the hell? And you just...
Meanwhile, I run up to Mingwan. I'm like, look! I want you!
I stare at the fake, consider it for a little while, then hold Nora back up onto my shoulders.
I'm gonna name it Mingju.
Yes.
Anti-Ming-Ju.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's you two. Who wants to go next?
And that's us still being normal. Chaos will come.
Yeah, that's very normal.
Nothing's on fire yet.
Yeah.
It will be.
Just
Oh,
wait.
it will be.
Just wait, baby.
Who wants to go next?
I suppose. Honestly, you're just going around talking to people and seeing, honestly and completely legitimately, how people are living in this area because she's really happy that this area exists.
Okay.
That's in all honesty probably what Rizik is doing as well, just less talking and more awkward.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say you two are gonna make another group, being the resident Fire Nation personas. So Rizik and Yira, as you guys are wandering around, I'm not even gonna really make you roll for these. It seems like everyone is... I take that back. I am going to make you roll for this.
Rude.
Some
Sorry.
information is free, some information is not.
Yeah, everybody is very happy. The reasons why everybody is very happy, I realize I do want to roll from, because people don't recognize your faces.
Oh, so should I roll for disguise?
I mean, you guys are out-of-towners. They don't know who you are, but you're just out-of-towners. Rizik, you can roll illusions plus persuasion. Yira, you may roll deduction, and I'll give you leadership.
Sure.
Can I roll? I'm trying.
Can I use, again, Principle of Fire for I'm talking to Fire Nation people?
This is a mix, so no.
Fair enough.
Hotaru, you're also with them. You may roll as well.
Can I use stone?
Because this is a mixed, you may not. You may roll Child of Two Nations, though, if you wish.
Right, well, I need to pick a power, though.
Awareness.
Okay. Okay, it's 5.
Okay, you got a 5. Rizik got also a 5, and Yira got a...
I have not rolled yet.
Yira has not rolled it.
1 minute.
Yep, go.
Yeah, how did you fail that bad?
I got a 4. I got a 4.
So you all got roughly the same thing. So this is a monumentous occasion for people. Is what, like, talking to multiple people, you're getting a lot of the same stories. And you know, it doesn't matter who you are, but like it seems like there are just a lot of very happy, very thankful individuals in this town, and they're just gonna be like, I lost the game.
Oh no! How could you?
Why did I back out? I don't understand. Okay, they're just like, oh, we're just so blessed, and we're celebrating to show our thanks, you know, to the great healer that came and, you know, saved so many of us.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
And you're gonna get the story of how several people in this town had very suddenly and very strangely taken ill, and it affected both, you know, young children, the elderly, and, you know, stocky middle-aged people who had all their life known good health, and it spread through this village rather rapidly, and no one could quite figure out why. It was like a plague had descended upon their happy little oasis of life. But then a great healer came and promised that he would purge the disease in the land. And with the assistance of, you know, some helpers, they managed to do this. And this festival is a celebration of everyone not only getting healthier, but also as a thank you to the great heroes who have saved the land.
And who are these heroes?
Oh, they were a traveling band. They called themselves something. I don't remember. They were some kind. They were the Flower Petals or something.
Okay.
The fucking White Lotus? What?
What?
I'm also
I-
going
I
to
make a
roll
theory
Principle of
there.
Discovery for trying to figure out what this is based off what they're saying.
Oh no, I'm hearing shenanigans just like you are there.
Mm-hmm.
Which that will be a 9.
Yeah, sounds like some kind of weird society of doctors.
Okay, I was
Society
more
of
of going for
Doctors.
what happened with the town. Does
Oh.
that sound like a normal plague, a bioweapon, intentional spreading of sickness? Does that sound like it could be what was being discussed with the spirits before?
I'd assumed it was the spirit sickness.
In order of questions you asked, no, yes, definitely.
Okay.
This, like, they were describing the people that were getting sick, and here's the thing, like, normally when there is any kind of outbreak you would look for, the patterns, but like, if 2 individuals in a household got sick, you'd be like, okay, well then obviously, maybe it's the household. But if one person from one house gets sick, another person from another house gets sick, and meanwhile everybody is still in close quarters, and the demographics of the people that are getting sick are
So it's the
wildly
Black Plague.
different, something
Black
else
Plague.
is going on.
I mean, does it sound like the spirit sickness that's been hitting, or not?
From the symptoms that Rizek was able to find out from that role, it's sounding very similar.
Oh boy.
But yeah. But people are so very grateful that, and they've got they're just having a party as a result, because this is like the first day where like the entire town, like no one is on death's door, and they have had virtually no deaths, which even the coffin seller is happy about, because no one wanted anybody to die, and now he has a overstockage of coffins of all shapes and makes.
Does that imply
Does he
that...
have little children's coffins?
Yes.
Does that...
That's fucked up.
Should I stop asking questions since I'm not technically there?
No, you may ask a question.
Okay, does it also seem like deaths from other causes have slowed?
That information I am not giving you guys.
It's just an interesting question.
That's why I let you ask it out loud. I'm not going to stifle your guys' out of game thoughts, but that's something you guys won't get.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I'm going
Very fair.
I'm going to jump over to Han. Han.
I'm not sure which group I'm with.
I'm going to say if you're not sure which group you're in, then that means you're kind of meandering by yourself. Which is...
That seems...
Oh, you didn't want to join Team Chaos?
No, probably not.
Han, could you...
Darn.
Dad needs a break.
Could you kindly roll me presence and business acumen, please?
As long as I don't get Bioshocked.
No
That's
promises.
5. Ah, that is exactly what I wanted you to roll too, because it comes with a minor twist.
Oh,
geez.
yeah.
Bro.
Han,
Rip.
you scan over the crowd, and again, you're separated from the rest of the group at this point. Each of your 3 groups is distinct and far away from each other at this point. Han, as you're looking around the crowd, you're scanning, and then it's as though you hear your boss's voice in your head for a split second. And you could just hear his voice in your head saying, "Han, I thought I gave you very specific instructions!" Because as you scan the crowd, you see a very familiar face amongst the
Is
people.
Grandpa here?
Grandpa is not, in fact, here. You scan through the crowd, and you see the face of Wei Jin at one of the carts.
Who was waiting again?
The homeless
Green
guy.
nuclear snot man.
The homeless guy you guys took with you to Omashu.
We did do
A
that.
homeless dude?
This guy.
Yeah, my buddy.
Yeah, the
said,
homeless
That is
man.
the thing that happened.
Nuclear snot man.
Here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What was the? Where did we last leave off with him?
He was in Omashu, and Francto specifically told you to make arrangements to get him the fuck away. Specifically send him out towards the Eastern Air Temple.
Okay.
Why the hell is he here?
And you did. You did make those arrangements.
Interesting.
Wei Jin, why are you here?
I beg your pardon. He's going to say, turning to you. And
It's Jinwei.
as he looks at you, clearly, exactly Wei Jin's face. But then you remember, crap, didn't you shave his head? Why does he have this awesome, majestic-looking top knot? And his beard is so much cleaner than it's ever been, and his robes are pristine and white. And, yeah, you are, I'm sorry, I don't believe we've met.
Oh, sorry. You look. Never mind. My apologies.
Seems like you have something on your mind. Do I remind you of someone?
You
He
did
just
look.
has one of those faces.
You did look a bit familiar. But I've been all over the place. I've seen thousands of faces in the last month.
I understand that feeling. I, too, have been all over the Earth Kingdom and have seen many people. Don't think we've ever met. Jinwei, at your service.
At this point, does the name click?
Between the name and the face, yeah.
Han. Shit, what's the fake name I gave myself? Han Bahon.
What brings you to this fair village, Han Bahan?
I'm trying to think. Did people saw the Francto banners on the thing when we came in, right?
Rizik, how far away did you park the Thomas?
Probably not too far since we weren't fuck.
We didn't
Trying to
think
think.
about that.
Didn't think about that. Probably not too far since we disguised it as
Okay.
best as we could.
Okay, so it's like parked like behind a tree at the edge of like a bunch of carts on the other side of the river. Got
Yeah,
it.
it's with the other carts disguised as best we can to be somewhat normal.
That sounds like a plan we would use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
made it more
it's-
garish, therefore it's
it's-
less bad.
It's pretty normal for what Francto would do to his fleet of carts and things.
Yeah. Actually, 100%.
I'm doing a little bit of handling a number of errands for God. What would I actually don't know what Francto's title would be out here.
King of
Like I don't know if they
King?
know he's the king at this point.
King
You
of
could
Oman.
just
Sure,
say
there's
the
like a
thing.
newsletter,
He
right? That has to get out somehow.
I suppose.
He
Well-
would probably refer to himself as like a financial bender or something.
Fuck, I
Is-
hate it.
It's not the worst thing.
I
I've
will.
heard.
I will simply say. I'll just say. I'm here on passing through on business for Lord Francto.
The name
He's a lord now, huh?
the name rings a bell. He's that businessman from the walled city, no?
That's the one.
I've heard of him. Seems like he has influence far and wide. Could be very useful for our cause.
Your cause.
Oh, come now, don't be daft. Everyone here knows that there is a war. The question is, who is willing to stand up and join the cause and fight back to free ourselves from this oppression that's plaguing our lands?
For my reference, how like the Fire Nation haven't really made huge inroads to the Earth Kingdom yet, right?
I mean, there's clearly Fire Nation present in this village.
Sure, but they're not hostile to this group.
This particular town, no. Any coastal city, or town, and even some that are a little bit more inland, are pretty fair game. Like the Navy has managed to like almost completely circumnavigate the continent and at least done raids on various villages on the eastern end of the Earth Kingdom, if news of what you have heard is true. Same can be said for, the water tribes. If, again, news that you hear on Whaletail Island is true. You don't really hear much from the center of the continent, but again, that's just a big-ass desert that no one really cares about, no one wants, so...
Right.
The Fire Nation influence has kind of crept... Not everywhere, but everyone is definitely feeling effects of its influence. Like, everyone knows what's going on.
Okay.
And no one's really happy about it, but a lot of people are kind of just hoping it's going to go away. Because, the old Fire Lord hopefully will die soon.
Fair enough. So I'll say to Jinwei, that seems quite harsh for a village that's unusually friendly to Fire Nation. Or at least it seems that way.
I'm gonna pause on that note and jump back over to another group. Who would you like to pass to?
Let's go to Team Chaos.
Oh boy.
Nara, Minghua,
And Mingju, how dare you forget my stuffed animal?
and Mingju. Okay, I'll make a note of Mingju.
This is critical information, Izzy.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
How long until we find the fireworks display?
Because if nothing else, that reminds me of, recent years, that type of thing.
Are you guys trying to find a beeline towards the fireworks?
I'm sure we'll stop and play games that interest us.
We're gonna get distracted easily, but I'm definitely making
That's
my way in
that's the
direction.
main goal.
Okay. The fire.
It's Mingwall's main goal, and Nora will happily come along with it once she realizes what it is.
I'm gonna say the fireworks. Let's see. Do I have a fireworks picture? I'm just search cannon.
Are you a cannon?
Look, we're either going to come back to the party with armfuls of them, or we're gonna Merry and Pippin this shit. Or
I don't
both.
actually know that
I
reference.
support both. Porque no las dos.
Sure. Oh, these are mortars. I can't drop those. Sure. These look solid.
Hello, Loki. You coming back for live?
Is he being good boy?
So the cannons are down, or I'm sorry, the fireworks launchers are down here.
I love them. They're amazing.
That is the best thing.
So yeah, if you guys want to stop and play another game and see if you can win another stuffed animal, you're more than welcome to do so.
Yes.
All right. Which game would you stop for this time?
Is
Is
there a
there one-
strength-based one?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. There's the little bell, with the hammer. You slam the hammer down onto the plank of wood, and it launches the thing up, and it has to, connect with the bell.
I remember my physics teacher teaching us the trick about that game.
I probably partially break it.
So you bring the hammer down, slam it. And as it goes, you see it go up, ding! And then the bell gets launched off the top of the game. And everybody's just kind of staring at it. And the person who's, running the game just kind of looks at you, looks at the stuffed animals, then looks at the broken game, and is just like, and isn't sure what to do. And then you just hear a baby start crying in the background.
There is a koala sheep. I will take that.
Okay.
And then just sort of abscond, because let's leave the scene of the oopsie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Nara, do you want to try another game, or are you happy with your Mingju?
I like my Mingju. I'll play other games, but like, I don't know, that bottle toss game where you have to like get the rings on the bottles would be fun.
Sure.
I don't care if I win something at that. That's just, you know.
You get some fairy floss.
Sweet.
So
Nice.
you two
Alright,
you two
so-
can enjoy some cotton candy as a prize. I'll come.
We'll meander our way over here, and then next time when you find us, we'll have found them. How about that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. I'm gonna back you guys up to about here first.
Fine.
Because I can. Who are you passing to?
I don't know. Who do you want to give it to?
Let's give it to Fire Nation crew.
Sure.
Fire Nation crew. What are you guys doing?
I guess try to get more information on that on the whatever flower group.
Is there any, like, dancing or anything happening nearby?
Yes, in fact.
I'm gonna go dancing.
You know, that's fair, and you should do that.
Hotaru, you are actually going to so dancing in the middle of the area, in like a crazy display. This person has got these streamers and is spinning around and is moving these streamers in almost a hypnotic pattern. As they spin around, drop into a split, and are just like kind of trailing them off. And it's almost as though these streamers are alive.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
And the thing is, like, it's not like this. While this person is kind of stealing the show for the dancing, how they're moving these streamers, they're kind of like throwing it out, and in a sense, they're twirling around a person, and they're just kind of. Whenever that happens to a person, they kind of like wander into the circle and, you know, a little bit closer, kind of dancing with this girl. And the streamers continue to spin around them. And at one point, these streamers are going to kind of jut out and spin around you as well.
Ooh.
Are you going to enter the circle and dance?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Are you any good at dancing?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll roll for it then.
Agility and performance.
Is it a traditional dance that I would know from being a child of two nations?
Actually, the dance, yes. Roll Child of Two Nations.
Okay. I'm gonna roll momentum.
Please do.
Nice.
And, yeah, I'm gonna use Principle of Great Power here. Because I'm using one of my highest rated powers. Because I want to be really good at dancing.
Sure.
That is a 6.
Okay.
Guess you're not great at dancing.
Okay, so this is a
Six
success.
is okay at
Hold on.
dancing.
You know, this is a success, but with a minor twist. I think I know.
Nope. I burned my collection. I have a 10 now.
Okay, you have a 10 now. You are so as you are dancing, the streamers kind of fly.
I can do it once you said I can do it once per session on something roleplay.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So as you I'm gonna say you're kind of like doing the tangled dancing that Flynn and Rapunzel did, where you're kind of like spinning in a circle. It's not quite as rooted as you would normally do from Earthbending, but from the classes you've seen, it is very Fire Nation, which is what this person with the streamer seems to be doing. And as you get closer, you can tell that they are, in fact, wearing a Fire Nation uniform, but with none of the armor pieces above the waist. And as she spins the streamers, and you're kind of like doing I'm going to say a spin dance around her, and everybody is just kind of stepping back and watching the two of you. It's as though this was rehearsed. Your movements are fluid and almost practiced to an outsider, and you're gathering kind of a large crowd.
I'm having a great
Be a
time.
distraction.
And we'll come back to you, Hotaru. Who would you like to pass to?
Who is it to pass to?
Rizik, Yira, and Han.
I guess Rizik and Yura, because I did kind of walk away from them here.
Sure. I'm also going to split you from this group.
have to go party.
A little bit. You're now in the center.
Okay.
Rizik, Yura, what are you guys doing?
Gathering more information, I think.
About
No.
about
Yara, do you have an idea on what would want to be doing?
Honestly, at the point we're currently at, it's probably more a, I'm gonna talk to people around the festival, go watch some events, occasionally ask questions about, like, the influence of both nations here, but...
You're just here to have a good time at this point.
I'm like, this place seems like a reasonably nice location.
Yeah. Okay. I'm probably going to ask a little bit more about the flower group, and then probably get distracted by something.
Okay.
Like, either, probably not fireworks since those have been picked up, but I will probably see one of the mechanical games.
I would like you then to roll me another lightning calculator and persuasion, please.
Are we still agreeing?
Can I boost him as, like, he goes off to go do things?
You may boost him as like with leadership before he goes off to inquire more about this group.
Sounds good. We still in green?
Yes, you are. That's a +1. That is a +3. Oh, nope, that is still a +1.
Because mid-die.
Yeah, because mid-die.
Yeah, it's if I could use Principle of Fire on that one. No, it's a boost. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah. So, +1. I mean, it's a +1 is still better than nothing.
So, 6.
6 isn't bad.
Okay.
My D10s don't like me.
That is actually statistically above average.
No, see, the D8s rolled well. If you look at when I roll a D10, it rarely goes above 5.
It's true. It's pretty funny.
So, so Yira, you wander away as Rizik continues to inquire about things and just go and enjoy the festival. And Rizik, as you're turning your light, you're trying to get some information on that group. This guy appears behind you. It's like saying, "Excuse me, you were asking about my group, I believe?"
Oh. Yes, I wanted to know more about what you did to cure the people here, and wanted to potentially discuss a bit more on what you guys are doing, since the didn't really get a great explanation from the first person who told me.
Ah, yes. Well, please come sit with me. These old bones of mine don't like to stand for very long. I am a part of a group who hails from every nation. We each bring our own outlooks and our own thoughts to things, but we all come together for one unified goal. And that is to spread peace and prosperity throughout the world. And when something like a sickness like this that suddenly takes a town, so unnatural in nature, we bring all of our collective knowledge to bear. And we perform ancient medicinal remedies, prayers, and, dare I say, if you would believe some of the shamans, some magic.
Something mystical.
Well, that sounds really good and helpful. I admit that I used to not be particularly spiritual person myself, though that has been rapidly changing, and so I'd be interested in a lot more on what you guys are doing,
Of course. Well,
especially if it's to try and help people.
do you have a tool belt or something on you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're very obviously mechanically inclined.
Look, you can assume that Rizik never has. It doesn't have tools on him.
Yeah.
Or-
So,
Yeah.
so the old
He
man.
just wore the uniform.
The old man is going to look at you, and again, he's, that image is pretty much what you're getting. Wearing, yellow and orange flowing robes, the big Samurai Jack straw hat, and just a beard that goes for days.
Beards for days.
Beers for days. And he's going to say to you, he's going to indicate at your belt, all your tools, they help you solve different problems, yes?
Yes.
He's going to hold up his prayer beads. These are my tools, and I can solve very different problems. We don't have anyone very mechanically minded in our organization, and your knowledge would be a great help, especially if it used for the good of all nations.
Well, I'd really like to do that, but I am currently traveling with friends, and we're trying to solve some other issues, which I'm wondering if the sickness here might have been related to.
The sickness is but a plague, and we need to remain spiritually aligned to find our way through these dark times.
Yeah, from what I've been hearing and finding out, that sounds like that's really important, because otherwise more things like this might happen that need to figure out how to fix things, though I'm not really sure how to do it when it's less of a mechanical problem.
The best advice I can give to you is to be open to the possibilities. Change is coming, and no matter what we do, we all have to be ready. You haven't actually asked him any questions.
So, I was trying to feel him out more, because the other person, when they were talking about him, were using words like purge, which are very concerning to someone who just left the Fire Nation. Like, those are words that are the thing of like, okay, I'm pretty sure someone who uses the word purge is not someone I want to be dealing with.
That's fair.
And he's being nicer and more spiritual and calm about this. So, like, trying to test waters here.
That's fair. Since you're testing waters, I'm going to come back to you when you're in yellow. I believe Han is the last person who doesn't go on this round.
Yep.
Han, do you remember what the last question was you asked this guy? That I said we were going to...
Yes. I said that seems rather aggressive in a town that's unusually friendly with Fire Nation people.
Fire Nation people. We have no qualms with the Fire Nation. They are but misguided sheep.
Then who are you in conflict with?
You must be new here. You have not heard us talk about the great war that is plaguing our continent, nay, our world.
When was the last time I passed through this region for work?
Months. A while ago. You probably have never been to this specific town.
Okay. Yeah.
Because this is somewhat hidden.
I can't say I passed through this region in some time, but I was unaware of any great conflict.
Well, it may surprise you to hear, but there is a great war currently raging. I'm expecting you're just giving him a blank stare since you're silent.
Yeah, I'm just very confused.
Not between our nations, man. Between us and the other world.
Oh, I need to get out of town. This
You're
is
gonna
probably
go to
not good for
every
me.
town, aren't you?
There are dark demons that have been worming their way into our realm. They are corrupting the souls of man, and we need to stop that invasion from happening before it's too late. They have already tainted a perfectly honorable civilization and turned them towards evil, and they should not be blamed for their actions. They are but victims. And I lead an organization that is trying to right these wrongs. I will not stop until I have purged every demon from this land. I need to be steadfast and strong, and I'm hoping you will do the same. Even if you don't join our cause, if your spirit wavers at all, you are but a breeding ground for demon influence. Are you?
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to ask about, because I mean, I assume I can make the connection and character of what he's talking about after the conversation with the moon.
You can assume whatever the hell you want. This is one of my games.
Yes.
You
fair.
you can assume whatever you want.
What do you mean by demons?
Demons. Creatures filled with hate and rage. The kind that take your emotions and make you see nothing but spite. They live among us. Infect us. Turn brother against brother. I know that better than most.
Uh-oh.
That connection I do know I can make in character.
Oh, yeah, you can.
What happened to your brother?
I guess he had a small pang of jealousy in him. I mean, I blame myself for that. I am the greatest earthbender in the world, after all. I've even been given the moniker of Stone as a result.
I really hope to get a season and beat the shit out of him eventually.
Essay!
I don't get what's happening.
Don't worry about it.
I know. I think.
I don't think I've made the connection.
Don't worry about it. He's gonna. He's gonna say in his slight pang of jealousy, because his earthbending was never equivalent to mine, a demon must have infected him. And when I was performing a sacred rite for our village, he snuck up behind me on my travel and stabbed me. And then ran off, taking the sacred orb with him. Took me a long time to finally track him down, but when I did, I made sure I and my allies were able to overpower him and purge the sickness out of his soul. He was never the same since. And I have
a bang up job.
You've seen my brother?
No, that's out of character,
Oh.
Izzy.
Okay. Fair. Yeah,
I blame Izzy.
He's just gonna look at you and study you. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to make the Great Divide interesting.
I blame Izzy.
I don't get what's happening.
This is certainly better than the fucking episode.
That's not
It's not a.
I know that's like the lowest possible bar when it comes to that series, but still.
It's a pretty low bar.
It is pretty much the worst episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a worse episode. I don't think there's a worse episode.
The creators acknowledged it.
Unless we maybe add Korra in, but
I think there are a lot of episodes in Korra that are worse than that. That is...
Korra is its own.
yeah.
The Korra has issues. I can't think of very many individual episodes that are of the same badness as The Great Divide.
Korra's
I
bigger
would
issues
say
was
almost
generally
anything
huge
involving
pacing issues.
pro-bending.
Yeah, Korra's issues were structural.
Yeah.
They were
I would
pacing.
still fight basically anything involving pro-bending.
I kind of liked pro bending, but that's beside
Pro-bending's
the
not bad. Pro-bending gets a bad.
Anyway, getting back to the point, as this, man dressed in white with a wind blowing through his cloak is, intensely studying you to gauge your response at his words and see if he has at all moved you.
I'm certainly mulling things over. The wheels are turning.
Would you like me to come back to you?
Yeah, I'm not. There's a lot of exposition dump going on. So yeah, doing it in pieces is probably the best.
Okay.
This doesn't happen when you decide to be exposition man.
Okay. Han, who are you passing to?
Back to Team Chaos.
Okay, we are now in yellow.
Time.
We are now in yellow. So, Minghua and Nara, as you guys start heading through the street, you guys figure out where the fireworks are, and you have to go through a couple of little back alleys to get there. Not a big deal. But I'm going to say you turn into one back alley, and you're like, oh, fence there. Turn around. And at the other end, suddenly there is a figure standing in your way, blocking you.
Eyebrow raise.
This figure has kind of ballooned pants, long black hair that goes down to the small of their back, and armor in the most oddly placed positions on their body. Fire Nation armor, but instead of it being like a chest plate, the armor is instead placed on like their knees, their elbows, their shins.
I was waiting for you to say codpiece.
This is female. This character. This is.
I was
female.
waiting for you to say codpiece.
And
We know that doesn't stop you.
And codpiece. And this person is just going to be standing there and is going to be saying, "Oh, there you are. You can't sneak away from me. I've got you now."
Does either myself or Nora recognize this individual?
Yeah.
No. No, they are intently glaring at you, Minghua, though.
Hello. Can we help you?
Is this at all related to the question you asked me earlier and then never answered?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Because I kind of need to know that answer.
The answer to that is no. You are what you thought you were.
Okay, thank you. Mingwell just kind of squints.
Yeah, so this person is going to look at you and say, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Come along."
Well, there's this person who's focused on me and there's fireworks, and the person who's focused on me is honestly kind of boring, so I'm just going to kind of just like start ambling straight forward.
Towards the
Should I
person.
be
Towards
full
the
health or not?
you should not be at full health. Towards
Okay.
the person or towards the fireworks?
Towards the fireworks, I'd assumed they were in the same direction.
No, she's behind us.
So you guys came into
We're like in an alleyway?
yeah,
I think is what it is.
you guys hit a dead end in an alleyway, and you know the fireworks are somewhere in these back alleys, so they would be away from the public when they go off. And you hit a dead end, and this person is pretty much blocking your only exit.
Can we climb over the
person.
fence?
Both of you make me an awareness check, and you may try.
Awareness. Intuition.
Intuition and yeah, prankster. That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
6. Minghua, is the untrained power yours as well?
What?
Is the 6 yours from?
I literally just rolled untrained power escape
Okay,
circus animal.
okay, I wasn't sure if that was your roll or it was from earlier. Okay.
Nope.
So we have a 6 and a 4. Okay. So, oof. Okay. What you guys notice is, as this girl's starting to move forward, she's spinning a little thing between two of her fingers. It looks like some kind of amulet. Hey, Kenzie.
Mm-hmm.
In Nara's head, you hear. Shit, run, Kit, run.
I tug on Minghua's arm and I'm like, we need to go.
Okay.
I'm not, we need to leave.
I'm speeding the fuck up.
Okay.
I jump on Minghua's back if I'm not already on there.
Okay. You do so, and this person is just casually walking forward, not rushing. I'm assuming you're going to try going over the fence?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to insist that we get the hell away from this person.
Yeah. You guys jump the fence, land in another alleyway. You see the fireworks directly in front of you towards, like, open road. And as you run forward, boink, it feels as though you hit kind of a invisible wall.
Huh.
And as soon as you hit that, you guys look down. It kind of like glows with purple energy. And you look down and you see these strange lights and inscriptions on the ground kind of rotating around. And as it you press against it, it seems like they're constricting a little bit.
Is it something I can touch?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Well,
I'm trying to get the hell out of here.
Okay, so the runes that you're touching are like lights that are just kind of like portraying on the ground. You're touching them, and you're just touching ground at this point.
What about the barrier?
The barrier is still there.
All right, I'm gonna Principle of Indestructibleness and burn a big bonus.
Okay. Roll it.
So this is getting a +4 max dot and max
God
dot.
damn.
Okay.
Nice.
So 14.
Still only a 9.
A 9. Sorry.
Which is probably not high enough.
Can I, boost?
Probably too late.
Yeah, it is too late at this point. So as you knock into this thing, you're noticing that. Here's what you get from that. As you punch into this thing, you're noticing that the symbols are like shaking a bit, and retracting. And you're not smart, Minghua.
And what?
You're not super smart.
No. I am only so smart.
Okay. Nara, I'll give you this as part of it then. As Minghua is punching it, it looks like it gets reinforced by another bubble that is starting from behind you guys. Like another series of lights is flying out past you. And as you turn around, you see that girl jump the fence. She is clearly not the origin of whatever the hell this thing is.
Why is the air being rude? Punch, punch, punch.
Yeah, she's actually going to, well, you know what, I'll give you, since you got away from her, she's gonna have a round before she can actually get to you and attack. I'll give you that.
Okay, so we're trapped. We cannot get to the fireworks, right?
The fireworks are at the edge of the alley, but they are just beyond the barrier, so no, you cannot.
Okay, so we cannot get to the fireworks.
And you see this person who had just jumped a fence trying to get to you guys.
Okay, let me zoom in and see what the fuck. Interesting. Okay. What do I got?
What would you like to do?
I'm guessing my principle of stealth isn't gonna help me here. If I want to, like, escape?
You're kind of in a cornered alleyway. Like, you can try to get out of her eyesight. She does seem to be mostly focused on Minghua. So
Why me?
that's a good question.
All right. So she's clearly coming for us, right?
She's clearly coming for you guys, yes.
I am gonna do this, and I'm gonna roll a bunch of marbles in front of them so that they can fuck off.
I love the name.
So suggestion, creativity, and yellow, I assume. And
Perfect
then, yeah, fuck you!
She has a +3. Please put that in the combat thing. Just
She has a +3?
a -3. Put
Jesus.
Put Mr.
Where's the 3 coming from? I thought that's only a 5. Oh, use the max die.
Max
Yep.
die, yep. So you have sprinkled marbles on the ground.
-3, 2. What are we calling this girl?
Just say
Jackass.
jackass, yeah. You don't have a name yet.
Mean lady.
Yeah, mean lady. Okay.
Okay, so that's my thing, is I'm setting that up to fuck her over. I don't know what else to do.
Well,
I'm an 8-year-old child.
well, you should pass to somebody else on your team, and we'll go from there.
Minghua already went, I guess?
Yes.
So...
Kinda, yeah.
Dad? I'll pass to Dad.
Dad, help!
Yeah, I'm gonna pass to Dad.
Dad, fix the air!
Dad, help!
I don't even know if I noticed this.
You guys are in like a back alley a ways away from where the main festivities are because you went for
Yeah, the
fireworks.
rest of the party has no idea where we are.
Yeah, we kind of slinked off to go do
Plan
sketchy shit.
explosions is the best plan.
Yeah, plan explosions is the best plan.
But I
Tell me I'm wrong.
explosions and Izzy isn't letting us.
I will if you break this barrier. There's a way to do it, but it's counting as an environmental hazard, which you have
I'd
to
assume
which-
something like that.
which you have to get through. I will tell you, you have 1 success against it.
Hey!
That said, Han, you're next.
Okay.
You were still under the stony gaze of Jinwei.
I don't even know what other exposition to get from Jinwei at this point.
Fucking Jinwei.
If not, he's just going to ask. You said you were a worker for the Lord Francto, yes?
Yes, that's correct.
My understanding is he has resources far and wide that could actually aid us in our effort.
He is certainly well connected, yes.
Do you think he would be amiable to purging out the sickness in our lands?
We would certainly need a lot more information about what exactly this sickness is, and
I've already told you, man. Demons!
yes,
They're trying
but-
to poison people, corrupt their minds, destroy their souls, and take control of their bodies after there's nothing left on the inside.
which is all well and good, but there's very little how. Which is what we actually would need if you were looking for resources or to form a
You
planet
said you met my brother, yes?
out of character. I said that.
Oh, apologies. Okay, never mind. He won't bring that up then. Sorry, retcon.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like now's the time to bring up the brother to the crazy man.
What?
No.
There's no problem here at all.
You only need look at the lives lost, the souls that have been stolen by the demons. It's not enough that they destroy people's livelihood, steal their health from them. but then they choose to devour our souls after the fact, when there's literally nothing left of us. We are but flesh rotting in the earth.
Well, it's certainly dire if it's what you as you describe. Do you have any sort of
Proof?
yes, proof, documentation, a business plan, anything?
Come with me. He's actually going to lead you closer toward. He's going to lead you closer towards the center of the square where Hotaru is dancing.
No.
What?
Look, this is Han. He wants a SWOT analysis.
Yeah. He's going to say, look around you. Would you say that this village is prospering? Good for business?
It's certainly a lively town around festival time.
He's going to point farther down the street to one of these corner houses where there are conspicuously. You see where I'm pinging right here? This kind of darkened area.
Do it again.
There.
Yes. Okay.
Do you see all those? And there is a house for what clearly would be the gravekeeper. And you know that scene in Balto where the guy's making all those coffins?
Yeah.
Yeah, the really fucked up scene.
Yeah, think of that. There are just stacks of coffins unused, but like kind of lined up along the side of this house, and now they are left forgotten. Imagine how much less prosperous this town would be if all those were full and had occupants.
Disease does have a way of harming business, yes.
Yes, but I'm not talking disease that normal medicine can heal. I'm talking disease that has a mind, that can think, that can come and attack us. We are happy and content, and unless we stay vigilant and mount a offensive against them, we will be nothing but sheep, like lambs to the slaughter against them. Now, is that good for business? Or am I wasting my time?
Again, the case you build is very compelling, but there's very little in terms of concrete. How do you know? How does one find out where this phenomenon is going to happen? How is it predicted? How do you see the effects before people start getting sick? There's a lot of factors in here that go well beyond a rather... God, what would be the equivalent of an elevator pitch in the Avatar universe? It's not really elevators.
A Thomas pitch.
Yes, that.
A couple of
Hans rejected a lot of investment and invention proposals over the year.
Yeah, I could wait. I could wait till next round to do this, but I'm gonna end it with this bit. As Hotaru and a bunch of people are dancing in the center, there's a couple of kids who are like just kind of hopping around on the side, and one of them is going to turn and sneeze without covering their mouth, and this neon green snot is just going to kind of like hit the side of the building that you guys are standing on, and Jinwei is just going to kind of look at it and look at you and say, "Is that enough evidence for you?" And
they have radioactive snot? What the fuck?
And you said that last time too, Kenzie.
I did?
Wei Jin has that too.
Yeah, Wei Jin is the same thing.
Who are you passing to, Han?
I have excellent memory, me.
Let's go to Nara. I want to see how that whole thing shakes out.
Well, you have three other you have three other people on the tracker to get through before Nara.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. We can't be your entertainment yet, Father.
Curses. Let's go to
letting
Rizik,
us
then.
die in an alley like an asshole.
Time for Fire Nation crew to notice the radioactivity.
Rizik.
I'm pretty sure I'm not in sight of it yet, so I'm probably finishing this conversation with this old man first. which I guess will actually
He
going to try and test waters a little bit further.
Go lie down, mommy.
Sure.
Basically, I guess we'll tell now of the. So, as said, I'm not really an expert on this, but from what I've been told and been able to find out, it sounds like some things that are happening in our world are disrupting and causing problems in the spirit world that are causing spirits to cause problems in our world, which cause people to go after those spirits, which causes more spirits to be upset and cause problems. And that this would normally be like the Avatar's job to fix it, but since the Avatar seems to be missing, nothing's happening.
You see, you claim to not be very spiritual, but yet you seem to have a great understanding.
I'm trying to have more of one, and while I have some understanding of this, I don't really know what I should be doing to help fix it or help rebalance things.
Well, allow me to ease your mind. Yes, it's true that spirits can have great influence over people, and people likewise can influence spirits. But the key difference here you must understand is that it is human nature to try to find a balance and peace with their surroundings. No matter what nation you are from, eventually you will come at peace, and there will be a yin to every yang. Spirits are creatures of instinct. They don't think, they do not seek balance. If they are hungry, they will eat. They will consume, and they will never be satiated.
So these guys are definitely genocidal assholes, and I don't like them.
Yeah, this one is starting to. This one was nice for the first part of conversation, but it's starting to sound bad.
Only now?
Well, no, this one was the one that was at the start talking about, like, look, we use our spirits and our prey and we try to help people and do medicine. The one I'm talking to wasn't the guy of, like, spirits are a disease and they're demons that need to be purged.
No, he's not, and he's going to continue by saying, like, and again, it is not the spirit's fault for giving into this. Like, would you begrudge a dog for barking? No, it is in their nature to bark. Oh God, I'm sorry. Would you begrudge a bear dog, a polar bear dog, from barking? I can't just throw animal names out. It's so weird in this setting.
No, Izzy, you always throw two animal names out and then you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I swear, you got the memory of a golden beetlefish.
I would, but I wouldn't. But if the animal's barking, there's usually a reason for it.
Exactly.
There might be an intruder. It might be hurt, and
those are all fine, and we do not begrudge the dog for barking. But when the dog tries to bite every hand that reaches out to it, the dog has become an issue. You should not bite the hand that feeds you.
But if it's biting because of something that people did, if people weren't heeding it, but they were hurting it, then it's not the dog's fault. The polar bear dog's fault.
Yeah, like a Korad, right?
Yeah,
But
yes, but if the polar bear dog is well taken care of, and people try to accommodate it as best they can, and yet it still chooses to bite, then the polar bear dog must take the next step in their journey.
But I think the current situation would be that the polar bear dog would be biting because someone is hurting it.
If you're claiming that people are hurting spirits, let me assure you, in this world, that is almost impossible. They choose to be here, and they choose to harm us. We must look out for our own, because they will not look out for us.
But from what I've heard and I'm trying to, out of character, remember everything from last session, because I really should have fucking took notes. But from what I've heard, even if there wouldn't normally be in this world, things that we do in this world can still hurt them in their world, which could cause some of them to then come over due to that.
Again, the spirits should not be begrudged. They have a place to live where they will be in balance.
Yeah, but
and that world is not our world. I'm only seeking people who will help return them from whence they came. That way they will no longer harm us. And if what you're saying is true, though I don't believe them to be harmed, if they are out of here, then we can no longer influence them and hurt them.
That's true, but I think really want to figure out a way to decide to figure out what's hurting them and what's causing them to come over, because I don't think that's just I don't think there's I think there is some reason behind it, but I'm not 100% sure what it is.
I mean, that is sagely advice that you give. Thinking not to, put a band-aid on the solution and wrap it, but rather to cure the wound at its source.
Well,
if we are able to stop the spirits from entering our realm in the first place, they will be in balance in their world, and we will be unaffected by them in this world.
Well, there's a thing with, if you have, and probably going to take a few gears and other pieces out from pockets and stuff you can have a pretty complicated system, and if there's damage at one end where the gears aren't lining up and things like that are happening, it can start disrupting things down the line. And maybe the first thing you're noticing is going to be at the very end of the sequence, and you can fix that. One of the things, car would not have car as example, but one of the things of you can have the tires and wheels get worn down very quickly because there's actually a problem at the axle, and because that is bent, you go and replace the tire and the wheel, but it's going to wear down quickly again because there's something wrong with how there's something bent or wrong at the other area that's causing too much pressure to be applied in the wrong place.
Most people would just replace the parts of the carriage that are damaged and get rid of the bad.
Yeah. But if you only are noticing the most obvious part of the wheel's what damaged, and you then keep replacing the wheel over and over again, that's basically what you're going to be stuck doing. Is the wheel gets damaged and needs to be replaced again over and over because you never realize that it's misaligned at the axle, and that's why too much pressure is being applied on that one wheel.
He's going to look at you and nod in a very understanding manner, but your technical jargon is kind of going over his head.
That's why I took out pieces of equipment as examples.
Yeah.
Because it's basically what I'm trying to go with and explain as best as I can of okay, yeah, the sickness and things of the spirits causing problems is bad, and maybe you need to do things to make them go away and to fix that. But if you don't figure out why they're showing up in the first place,
roll me
and why they're causing problems,
roll me illusions and persuasion.
I have no fucking. I wish I had a principle for this, but I don't think principle of Gearhead or principle of Discovery applies.
Nope.
So I'm going to use one of my +4s because this seems like it's important.
Okay.
So illusions, persuasion, we are in yellow. Let me also decrement one of the +4s, so I have one less of those. That is a 10.
You see things through a lens that most people in my organization would not see. Would you mind if I introduced you to my colleagues? We are great healers and purveyors of peace and truth in this world. We're called the White Lotus.
Called it.
You did.
I'm pausing you, Sean. Sorry. Who would you like to pass to?
Yeah, I will pass to, I guess, Hotaru. Let's see how well dancing and fun party things are going.
It's having a good time. I don't know. You guys are being real serious here.
I wonder why we would do that.
Yeah. The person you're dancing with in the fire-bending garb, Hotaru, as like the music like swells, is going to continue dancing with you, and then as it stops, is going to turn to you and say, "You're a really good dancer."
Thank you. I believe it's my first time.
Oh, get out of here! No way.
At least that dance.
You're not a local. Neither am I. I like that. You've got to be some kind of bender, right? No one moves like that unless they've been training from a very young age.
Yeah, I'm an earthbender.
That's really cool. Where did you learn?
Hold on, is this the character here?
Hold on, I'll go grab this person.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I will get this other female earthbender person out of here. You know, again, dressed in like Fire Nation-ish garb. It's like, no, yeah, you've got to be some kind of earthbender. New to town?
Yeah, just wandering through. It's a really special place you've got here.
I mean, this place is kind of like a little awesome oasis where earthbenders and firebenders can, just kind of wander around and freely mingle.
Yeah, I've never seen a place like it before.
So you've also been hit by war?
Yeah, you could say that.
Driven out of your home by the Fire Nation? Believe me, I know that story.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, she's just going to kind of look at you because you're... She's going to say, "Oh, would you like to go for another dance, or would you like to try one of the games? If this is really your first time at a festival like this, you really need to live it up. Experience everything that you've never experienced before."
Yeah, games sound fun. What do you recommend?
She's actually going to point at the milk bottles that you toss a ball at to knock him off.
Oh, Mr. Unconscious Man. Has he woken back up yet?
I completely forgot about him.
Sure, I'll try it.
No, he has not. He is still unconscious.
Yes.
Great victory.
So this girl's just gonna look at us like, well, that's unfortunate. She's going to throw the streamers out. They're gonna kind of wrap around the milk bottles, and she's going to flick her wrist, and they're going to spin in place and kind of just set themselves up.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's looping it back kind of like you would a whip, and then she's gonna toss you a ball.
All right.
Go for it. Aim for the center. You need to know where people's weak points are.
All right. I'm gonna try to toss a ball.
All right.
guess I'll use momentum. Can I use insight on this?
Yeah, I'll give you insight.
Cool. I'm going to use momentum and insight to try to hit it in the right way.
Sure. Oh,
All right. That's an 8.
Yeah, you
Nice.
nailed it on the first try.
Bonk.
Victory.
Wow, that's really good. You've never done this before?
Yeah, I know. Wow, what a... Do I knock the other ones down? Do I win?
Oh, yeah. You totally just won a prize. She's going to, like, duck behind the stall, reach and grab a giant... a freaking badger mole.
Yeah, badger mole.
There you go.
Gonna get you a big ass badger mole, and hand it to you. It's incredibly soft.
Oh, almost as soft as Puma.
Who now?
Aw.
A friend of mine. That's all. Hey, how do you do that with the ribbons? Are you a bender too? It's not exactly bending, but the dancing reminds me of it.
I mean, I'm kind of a bender, but not really. I don't really have a knack for it. But what I am really good with is stuff like this. Ribbons, whips. It's kind of just like an extension of my arm, which... I mean, if you believe what some people tell you, like, that's what bending is supposed to be, but I've never had a knack for it.
But can you bend, or do you just prefer the ribbons instead? I'm sorry, I'm getting too personal. I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. I'm Hotaru, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Hotaru. I'm Yukie.
We're really bad at introducing ourselves to people.
Yes, you are.
I'm an awkward teenager. What's your excuse?
I'm an 8-year-old child. Nobody taught me better.
Touche.
I'm not sure if I should use my name.
Bad for that one.
My dad's dead.
He didn't. No, he's right here. He didn't teach you good manners.
Oh, that's a good point. Jeez, Dad, what the hell?
Okay, well, nice to meet you, Yukie. And do you want to go play some more games?
Definitely. Let's do it. We can have an awesome time tonight.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good point to hand off the scene.
Yep. All right, and I believe last is Yura.
I believe the answer is wandering around the festival, seeing what's here. Like, not really searching for much of anything, but more experiencing what is here.
Does that mean that you get to notice the green snot?
Yura, kindly make me a awareness.
Or potentially Mingwa and Babby are in trouble?
I'm gonna reroll that.
Who's Babby?
Before.
No.
I'm gonna reroll that. There we go. That's a 6 instead.
Okay. Deduction, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yura, as you're kind of walking around, everybody is incredibly happy and upbeat and, just kind of like, playing around. You've spoken to a lot of people and everybody seems to be like overcome with joy and happiness and just the mood in this town is light.
Sounds like a good festival.
It sounds like a very good festival. However, as you're kind of wandering around, you notice that there is a single individual just sitting, not even sitting, kind of sitting cross-legged on the ground with their hands kind of just resting on the upturned earth. And they're just kind of staring directly forward at Fire Nation man here, like intently locked on as this belligerent man is just kind of like, making a fool of himself in the town square. But this individual is sitting there, cross-legged, wearing what looks like a golden vest with a couple of sashes on and pouches and bags, not unlike what Rizek constantly has on his person all over him. And is just kind of like sitting there with just this intense look on his eyes, staring at this dude. And, yeah, it looks like he's oblivious to the rest of the world.
Seems an awful time to be distracted.
Are you saying that to him, or are you just saying that?
Yep, no, that's saying that to him.
Huh? What? Oh. Hi. Who are you? And, Yura, as you talk to this person, the voice that comes out of this mouth is almost somewhat effeminate. And as you're looking at this person, like, you're noticing very clearly defined male features on a very slender form, and the more you look, you're like, maybe this person is female? It's hard to really tell with the amount of clothing on and, you know, the hair tied up the way it is.
Just thought it was a shame to not enjoy the festival.
Oh, well. I've enjoyed enough of it, I think. It's just time to sit and focus for a little while. Would you care to meditate?
Certainly. It's been a fair bit of time since I last did. This is not true. This is a blatant lie, but...
This person does not pick up on that. This person is clearly focused on something else.
Kira has enough tact to subtly ask about that. Like, move it in as time continues.
Oh. Okay, so as you're asking about that, this person's gonna be like, "Oh, I apologize. I know I seem a little distracted. It's just work right now is bogging me down. I was part of the group that helped eliminate the sickness from from this village, and it seems like we may have missed one."
Wasn't aware there was a sickness.
Oh, yes, people were violently ill. But it's not a normal sickness, not a sickness of the natural realm, you know. It's one of those, and, you know, just getting into a hushed word like demons.
Ah. How did you cleanse this, then?
Well, I believe it's an old Fire Nation saying, the only way to fight fire is with fire. And as they say that, they're going to actually part their palms in the ground a little bit. And you're going to look down and you're going to see some purple swirling lights in their hand.
Oh, you fucker. It's your fault.
I'll just
Oh, you guys, we found our mirror group.
Deduction bending lore, is he?
Sure.
We found the asshole who's keeping Mingwa and Nora trapped. Not that Yura knows that.
Yeah.
Four's probably not enough to get Jack, is it?
Doesn't look like any kind of bending you've ever seen.
What is that?
You probably wouldn't believe me if I told you. What do you know about demons?
Why do you keep calling him
Deduction plus background skill with and using my principle for I have definitely encountered some of this before, especially last session. Yeah, let's spend one of my boost that's a +2 on this.
The fuck was that?
Is that a dog or a
You know what?
That's the shit.
That's
9
my
is pretty
child.
good. I'll take 9.
He's okay. That's
Not-
perfect.
9?
Yep.
So, Yira. This doesn't fall quite into the realm of bending. This is something else. Like, you know, spirits have abilities, natural and unnatural in nature, mostly unnatural, which you'd argue is borderline magic. But, that's just the nature of spirits. Whatever this person is doing is seeming to mimic what spirits can do. And if it wasn't obvious, when they say demons, 2 + 2 is demons are spirits.
I mean, duh, but
Yeah.
It's still one of the ones where I'm going to be asking the question for, like, get clarifications, try and figure out what the fuck this person's actually on about.
Mm-hmm.
Because I, now at this point, definitely want to know more about these things. It's just a question of, like, who has any info, how do I get it?
Do you have persuasion?
No, I don't.
Alright, I would like you to roll me a untrained quality plus deduction.
Can I roll leadership to guide them
Yes.
through the lesson?
Yes.
What I learned instead.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm going to spend another one of the hero point things. Let's do a +3 this time, because I want this to work. Yeah, 9 is also still solid, I think. Or
7
is solid.
Okay. 7 is a success with a minor twist.
Is 8 a success without a minor twist?
An 8 is a success without a minor twist.
Fuck it, I'm in yellow. Hey.
That's a 9. Okay.
Yup.
Okay. Person's actually going to look down at their hands and actually be like, actually, this is starting to weaken. I could just give you a demonstration.
Feel free.
So yeah, this person is going to lift one hand and put it into their satchel and pull out a strange little insect that you've never seen before. Very translucent in nature, almost as though you can see through it. And from your travels, you can just tell this thing is thrumming with energy. It's some kind of like insect spirit.
Mm-hmm.
As this person, pulls this out, they're going to like close the insect in their hand and squish it. And the purple goo that is their remains is going to be smeared onto the ground in a couple of symbols. And then both palms are going to be placed on top of it. And you see a rippling effect. Kind of like a pentagram. Centered on where the hands went down, kind of expand outwards towards the alleyways behind, with one end of the circle staying right where this person is.
I see. And what is it you're trying to find with that?
Oh no, this isn't a locating rune. This is a containment. We've already narrowed down that we have found a demon in this realm, and we need to make sure it doesn't infect anyone else in this village.
Well,
Can't have anybody
do you have
disturb.
any idea what this demon may look like? I have some experience with...
I mean, we did a basic tracking spell earlier. We were able to kind of narrow it down. I have a colleague who is in pursuit. Large hulking creature with 2 horns and fangs.
They think it's me, but it's actually riding Nara.
This is what I get. This is what you get for letting me ride on your shoulders all the time.
Yup. Interesting.
With that, I'm going to say it's the end of your turn, Hira.
I feel like people that are hunting demons should have better vision.
Probably, but...
I mean, it's not a terrible guess if you're not sure which of us it is, because Ming-Hua is showing above average intelligence for
Yup.
their species.
Oh yeah, it's a very good guess. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
Part of me was really hoping you two would pair off this session just for this.
I am enjoying it.
A+.
Okay, question to Izzy. If we hadn't paired off, would they have followed wherever I went?
Depends on who you were with, but they had it narrowed down to Nara area.
Okay. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Also, it has been called out that we're getting close to our hard cutoff.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yep, no problem. Do we want to try one more round, which I will try to speed through, and then we will pick up at...
I would say probably I would wait for like our round
Yeah,
because I feel like ours is gonna take a while.
That's
I feel like this is a good actual point to cut, Izzy. Because
Okay.
we're going to be here for a while.
Okay.
Sure.
I didn't even get to introduce all the NPCs yet. Darn.
Don't worry, you'll have next round to do that.
We understand that there are going to be many NPCs here, Izzy.
Look,
Your
it's
arrival,
fine. Most of our PCs haven't introduced themselves either, though that's partially due to awkward teenager, awkward child, people that are undercover that haven't figured out fake names.
I just
I
didn't
finally
give
got
my
to use
name.
I got to use one of my awesome things.
You
We
did.
didn't even get to the fireworks.
Super special awesome prank zone.
How many of these NPCs have we met now?
Some of them.
You can count them, I believe.
Let's see, there's
Jerk
my-
Lady, Barrier Maker, Jinwei, and totally not Airbender. And Yukie.
yeah,
Mhm.
probably
So
one. More.
by the way, since Mingwa, you and I are going to be getting into fucking combat probably soon. I have a new ability
Okay.
that I call Simon Says.
Oh no.
Okay.
So it says attack using suggestion. You may move the target of that attack anywhere else nearby. If the target goes next, you decide who takes the next turn after that.
Huh.
Interesting.
That is.
So
Nothing
basically-
bad could possibly happen with this ability.
I can like choose after the way Izzy described it to me is that like I can choose like if he goes, I can choose who he would give it to next, so that it's not Izzy just like bombarding us with people.
Yes. That is how that works.
I mean, there's probably only one more to introduce, though, because obviously we need to have a mirror match.
We need to have a mirror match.
This is definitely the mirror match group.
Yeah, except
The
like
question
a
is,
couple
do
of
they-
us are getting along with our mirror match.
That's
question
part of
is-
how this works,
The
Sean.
question is, will number 6 be their animal?
I'm gonna disappoint you and tell you it's not.
I'd assumed it wasn't. That wouldn't have really made sense, but it would have been funny.
I'm pretty sure some of you may already know what I've been doing with this group.
Apparently, ousting demons.
I don't mean like that. Like, what are you referring to here?
I'm not gonna tell you until you guys figure it out because that's how I roll.
I think I have a guess based off of Jin Wei with the title of Stone.
Izzy wants us to
Yeah.
use our brains. How dare he?
About half of us have no context for this.
Which is why I said half of you will get this.
Yeah.
I disagree, Sean. Obviously, all of us have no brains.
It's
I don't recognize who some of these people match to because not everyone is one-to-one here. But Izzy is basing this off of old adventuring party from a different game.
Okay.
See.
Which
Yeah.
means it's
That
going to
makes
be a
more
fucking
sense.
mess.
Which
Oh,
means
it's
it's
gonna
going to be a fucking mess.
Actually, Rizzik.
No, this is going to be majestic. There are no problems with this.
Actually, fuck it, Rizzik. I'm retconning one thing that you got from Old Man. He's going to look at you and say, "I know we've discussed that like a dog will sometimes bite, but
What's a dog?
a polar bear dog. But you need to watch out for the demon night wolves that come out, and we need to hunt them, for they too hunt in packs."
See, I'm not sure if this is then your character or Ziggy's character who very much was fuck the demon wolf.
Enjoy. I'll give you that name for free.
Thank you.
Some of us don't have context to know this.
Basically a game that me, Dan, and for a little bit Nick were in with Izzy in college, being run by Wash. He has taken the party that we had then, translated them over to Avatar. Some of these people have had to get some more changes than others as they got translated to Avatar.
I'm curious which ones you think were changed, but okay. We can go over that afterwards. Anyway, hope you guys had a good time. I'm sure this session was crazy and info dumpy, but I hope you all enjoyed.
Why'd you make me get a friend that I have to like fight now, Izzy?
Because Izzy is a cruel person.
You don't have to fight them. I believe this was 3 hero points this session. So good.
Something like that.
Good job. What are we
I
calling?
expect many hero points this session.
What are we calling this session, everyone?
Party.
Mirror World.
I feel like that's going to be next session more than
Yeah,
this.
That's true.
I do it later.
Networking.
Or Paradise?
Go.
Paradise City?
I didn't actually give you guys the city name.
Yeah, so we're calling it Paradise City.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
This was actually the city of Yisan, but okay. Or the village.
I think we didn't even get to the fireworks is also a good title for this session.
We didn't even
I
get.
mean,
We didn't even make it to the fireworks. I blame Izzy.
We could call it Festival Failures.
I like
not
that.
bad.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's a
By the
solid.
way, that like hacking thing is the reason why Griffin has been home the past couple days and why he's going to the doctor's tomorrow. So we'll see what my son fucking has.
For a little
Poor
one, I
Griff.
hope he starts feeling better soon.
So yeah, we're wondering. His daycare emailed us about RSV, which I had never heard of before having a kid, which is like kind of just a cold, but like
Oh
an
yeah.
upper respiratory thing.
Yep, kids
So-
get those all the time.
Which has very similar symptoms to COVID because every fucking thing has similar symptoms to COVID. So yay!
Answer questions. COVID later.
Oh yeah.
No, Izzy. COVID now.
I don't want a COVID now.
Hey, chill out, Mr. Super Spreader.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Then, right
harsh.
Actually, I'm really sorry about that. That was uncalled for. I am sorry about that.
I didn't even know till it was too late.
That's true.
Okay. So, Han, what did you learn?
Oh, I learned about the good word of our Lord and Savior, Devin's Bad Man.
I hate
What do you want to know more about?
I really want to know more about like how this spirit, like, quote unquote, demon disease actually like works and how it spreads.
Oh,
It's weird.
okay.
I have no idea what I learned.
I guarantee you, whatever you think it is, you're wrong.
Oh, I'm quite certain I'm wrong.
Where do you think this is going?
We about to get our shit kicked in by some bootleg ninjas.
One of them is actually not bootleg. They are straight up a ninja. That is a villain archetype, actually.
Well, shit.
Minghua, what did you learn?
I don't think we like the White Lotus in this game, and that makes me a little bit sad, honestly. Although, gotta say, called it. Instant you said flower.
Yeah. What do you want to know more about?
Why is it that quote-unquote curing the spirit disease ends in radioactive snot? Like, how do we get from point A to point 11 fucking billion?
Good point.
I'm going to refer to exactly what I just told Dan for question
Yeah,
2.
pretty much.
And where do you think this is going?
Fight, 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 fight!
I'm curious if you have any idea what the person you're about to face square off against can do to you.
Bad shit.
Yes, actually.
It gonna be real bad. Because, when the hitchhiking spirit says, oh shit, run, it gonna be real bad.
Mm-hmm. So, Hotaru, what did you learn?
The White Lotus has very different origins and purpose in game than what we're used to.
Fair. What do you want to know more about?
What is up with this green goo? How can people be cured if they're vomiting green radioactive gunk?
I love how you all refer to it as radioactive. It's not radioactive.
You said it was
we know
green. Radioactive is often glowing green in games.
It could just be. Oh, wait.
Let me rephrase. Why do you guys keep saying radioactive? It's not radioactive. Pause for a beat, which everybody will jump in on. Anymore.
Oh god.
And And where do you think this is
Still
going?
has something else that's green here.
Dark Mirror rival party fight!
Fair. All right, Rizik, what did you learn?
So shoot, moved over to the wrong channel. So a little about this White Lotus, some more about spirits, possibly people that might know about spirits that could be convinced to help with the quest got from the moon, maybe if can keep them from focusing on it, if can convince them. The guy I'm talking to seems somewhat reasonable. The guy that Han's talking to does not sound reasonable at all. But I don't know that yet.
He's gonna get me his action plan. It'll be fine.
He's gonna get you a freaking bulleted list carved into a giant stone about how to systematically destroy demons.
I mean, I gotta make sure his PowerPoint game's on point.
He'll add bullets, but on the stone in front of each point. Just
All I can think of is that earthbending is for word art.
Okay, God, what's question 2? What do you want to know more about, Rizik?
How to fix things with spirits and not just murder them?
That is a fair question. And where do you think this is going?
Mirror match? Maybe can convince them to stop? I'm pretty sure going to fail, but there's hope.
Okay. Also, I am the tech guy in both. Okay, Sean, can you please say the thing out loud that you have there? The last thing under your question.
Oh, also, I am was the tech guy in both of these, though Barrier makes me think of a different character of mine.
Which was named, and I'll ask you to look at the image on the screen.
Semi-Electrocell, because the Phoenix connection was unsubtle as fucked.
Look at the character icon. I didn't change that just now.
Okay, yep. Though, spelled it like the Angel of Death for that character.
I don't know how to spell it. That's how I
Samael. A-E-L.
Okay. Good to know. Alright, next up, Yira. What did you learn?
There's a good town here. Also, there are people going up games with interesting knowledge about runes here and doing things.
Fair. What do you want to know more about?
That non-bending magic. Also, I'm wondering if you included any of my characters from those games in this.
You'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
And where do you think this is going?
Saving Ming-Hua and Nara.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
If any of you ever realize that we're in danger.
I mean, I'm probably the closest to realizing because I'm going to track that down what they're doing and realize it's you.
That's true.
I mean, I'm
You
gonna...
totally just witnessed her murdering a spirit to do that, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, Yura did.
Yeah.
And not
That's not okay.
And not sure if it's a she or a he, because Samael is kind of ambiguous.
Yeah, this is the reason why yours like, I am curious about this, but also...
Yeah.
Getting some, side note, getting some Dragon Prince death magic vibes from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's, was based off of, actually. I can be honest about that. Also, real quick before we go to Nara, I'll give you guys this hint. The person who Nara and Ming-Hua are about to go up against is one of Dan's characters.
Damn it, Dan.
What did you do, Dan?
Are you going to kill us, Dan?
It's okay,
I didn't catch too much of the description, but Izzy, if you could,
We'll make sure this one ends up dead first. It's okay.
Add the name to that one as well.
Oh.
It's a bad reaction.
Because Dan remembers
You're in trouble!
Dan remembers exactly what that character could do, you fucking Super Saiyan.
Oh, you guys are so fucked.
Oh, that's not good.
So Nara, what did you learn?
Off topic. That is all I have to say.
So Nara, what did you learn?
I don't know. Stuff. We're gonna die, maybe? If you knock out the person running the game, you can take whatever you want.
Oh my god, why? So Nara, what do you want to know more about?
Fucking fireworks and magic walls that block me off from fireworks counting.
And where do you think this is going?
I'm gonna get in a fight.
I mean, you guys don't have to fight.
Certainly
We
feels
could
like
go
we
with
do.
plan, flee, and live. We're
Izzy.
very good at plan, flee, and live.
Izzy, you cornered the two most impulsive party members. What do you think is going to happen?
Laura's not wrong. You definitely backed us into a hard, literal and figurative corner.
I mean, to be fair, the plan for this session was only to back Nara into that corner, and anybody else might just be collateral.
Nanny ain't tolerating this shit.
Nanny,
Thank you, Nanny!
I'm just gonna recommend don't let the tracker get to out. You don't want to see the sixth person in this group.
Fair.
I'll
This will
get-
be interesting.
There are 6 people.
I already confirmed 6. I will tell you, it's one of Taco's.
Oh,
Should I post a GIF that will thoroughly explain what Shibu does?
Sure.
Is it just an explosion?
I'd be the danger.
No.
Super Saiyan? Yeah.
I mean, okay, scaled back for this game.
Yes, not to DBZ power scale.
Yes, everything is translated over to work in this game.
But still.
You're not shooting energy. I have a different gimmick for you in this.
Like,
Anyway, I need to head off, but this has been a blast.
All right.
Talk to you next week, folks.
Yeah, I gotta hop off too.
All right, I'm
I'm pretty sure the character of mine that's next to Yera isn't immortal in this game.
definitely not, as
I
far
know
as you know.
I'm really sad no one commented on my post during Sean's speech and off topic.
Which,
Rashi's probably still a grumpy asshole, though.
I missed what your comment was. What was it?
Just to scroll up past Homer juggling radioactive bars.
I don't
I
know.
don't know what a metaphor is, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask.
You're back all.
Oh my god, yep. Alrighty, well, say goodnight to the recording for those of you that are left.
Good night.
Night. We're definitely not gonna die.
Maybe.
I mean, the system literally is designed to not kill you unless you work it into the story deliberately. So, no, I doubt we will.